Welcome to the Manifest with Ease podcast. I'm Vanessa Jaden, certified mindset and manifestation coach, and I'm here to help you manifest your dream life effortlessly. This podcast is all about making manifestation simple and fun. Each week, I'll share powerful tips and aligned strategies to help you attract abundance, success, and joy into your life. Get ready to unlock your magic and step into the life you've always dreamed of. No hustle required. Let's dive into today's episode of Manifest with Ease. Today we are going to dive into how to get crystal clear on your desires. So that's without forcing the clarity, without overthinking, and without getting stuck in that, I don't know what I want loop. But before we get started, I got to tell you that I'm sitting in my lounge or living room, as you might call it, and that's where I'm recording from today. And I'm looking at my beautiful Christmas tree, and the lights are on. I actually have no lights on in the lounge at the moment, so it's just the lights from the Christmas tree. And on my TV, I've got a fireplace going. So it's just beautiful, and I love being in this Christmas energy. This is my absolute favorite time of year. And in the background, I've got music playing, like real oldies. I mean, this is like old stuff. Dean Martin and his Christmas songs. Because I remember as a kid when I was growing up, and I'd always go to my grandfather's house. And I remember when you'd walk into the house, it would be like, you'll see all the Christmas decorations there, but he'd be sitting in his chair and he'd be listening to all this old music. And so it's just bringing up some really special memories for me, and I just wanted to share that with you. For you, this time of year, I know for a lot of people, sometimes this time of year isn't pleasant, or you might have bad experiences. And like when I was in the toxic relationship, we had bad Christmas experiences, because all these wonderful things that I love about Christmas was always like kind of tried to get broken down so that we wouldn't really enjoy the time. But you know what? I get to choose what I want. I get to choose how I wish to celebrate at this time or not celebrate. And I want to share that with you, because you also get to choose. You don't have to live in the negativity or live in bad energy or bad reminders, bad memories. You get to choose to have the most fantastic time of your life. So yes, so that brings us back to getting like really clear on what it is that we want. I want to start by telling you this. If you have ever felt unclear, it's not because you don't have desires. It's just because you might not have slowed down long enough to actually hear them. There's a scripture in the Bible that says that God will give us our heart's desires. So that's just evidence that within our heart, we do have these desires. Maybe your conscious mind is running on overload, and even at this time of year, sometimes it can get so busy and so crowded that maybe it's time to just slow down, take a step back, and just listen, tune into what is your heart's desires. So today I'm going to guide you through 3 really, really simple steps that's going to help you to access that clarity immediately. And you're going to do it in a way that's going to feel grounded and easeful and actually doable. So before we get diving into that, let's look at a little bit of the science and why clarity matters so much when it comes to your manifestation. From a neuroscience perspective, clarity is powerful because it activates the reticular activating system. And that's the brain, the part of your brain that's like really, it's responsible for filtering out information, for finding evidence that aligns with your focus. When I drop my kids off at school, they have this little game that they play, and it's called yellow, red, no hit back. So I live in Ireland, and if there are any UK cars in Ireland, they usually have a yellow registration plate at the back. So when they see that, they give you a little fist bump, and it's like yellow, red, no hit back. Now, I never see them, but my one daughter, she never ever misses one. And that is her reticular activating system that's been activated. She has that clarity to see all the yellow registers, because for her, she enjoys the game so much, and she loves to get to just like give mom a whack on the side, That's how our reticular activating system works, and that's why clarity is important. So if your desires are vague, then your RAS has nothing specific to filter for. And then what's going to happen is you're going to get vague results. You're going to feel unsure, and you might just take muddled action. You'll be so busy all the time doing stuff, but you might not be necessarily working towards something that it is that you actually desire. But when you have clarity, and you don't have to have clarity in the sense of, I know exactly for the next 5 years exactly what it is what I want to manifest. Because not everybody has that big vision ability. But even if you can just get clarity for the next step, then your RAS is going to literally behave like a search engine. And it's just going to go and start looking for opportunities. You'll be getting ideas. People will just pop up out of nowhere. You might have conversations, and all of these things are going to create aligned action steps into your awareness. So clarity isn't the nice to have, it's literally a neurological requirement for aligned manifestation. And this is how you manifest with ease. So your clarity collaborates your frequency. When you know what you want, your energy is going to become magnetic to your desires. And this is why you need to have clarity. But clarity must come from the right place, aka our heart's desires, not from force, not pressure, and especially not perfectionism. So clarity is going to come when you drop the noise and tune into your inner truth. You can also think about it like this. Imagine you're standing on a beach and it's just before sunrise. It's foggy and you can't really see the horizon in front of you. You can hear the waves, but you can't really make out much else. And this is how most women try to find clarity. They stare into the fog, squinting, stressing, and trying to think the fog away. But here's the truth. You cannot force that fog to lift. You have to wait for the sun to rise. And clarity works in the same way. It comes when light, warmth, and presence return. And the 3 steps that I'm about to share with you, you can think about them as your sunrise. They're gently going to dissolve your fog so your vision becomes obvious. So step 1, we have to regulate first. We have to let our nervous system settle. Because if you're trying to find clarity from a place of pressure or stress or being in an overthinking state, then it's going to feel like trying to read a map in the dark. You must first soften, slow down the system so that you can access the truth. So here's a very simple exercise that can help you to just regulate your nervous system a little bit. And you can literally do this in 60 seconds. Place your hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Then you breathe in, hold it for 4, and breathe out for 6. Just do that a few times. And as you're breathing in and out, you're going to let your shoulders drop. And now I want you to imagine your energy just coming to a place of complete calmness and stillness. When your nervous system resets, that's literally your inner voice, your inner guidance is going to become audible. And if you don't hear it immediately, then I want to encourage you to make this a practice. Do it every single day until your nervous system can have the space to reset. Because if you are quickly trying to just let me just get a minute in quickly and that's not going to reset your nervous system, because you still literally, you might be doing the action, but you're still going to be in that state of pressure and stress and maybe even overthinking all of it. But just get quiet. And then step 2 is going to be to ask better questions. So most women stay unclear because they're asking the wrong questions. And these questions might be rooted in fear, maybe in performance or pressure, like, what should I do next? Or what is the right choice? And these questions end up creating tension and not clarity. We want expansive questions, questions that are going to activate our intuition, activate possibility, your imagination, and your inner vision. When you're looking at these questions, I really like, I really, really, really want you to tap into what is it that your heart desires, not what people outside and around you are telling you of what you think you should have or what you think you should want, because that just keeps you from becoming your beautiful, authentic self. So here are a few questions that you can ask, and like, if you've got time right now, grab your journal and write them down, and when you have maybe a bit more time, or go and journal them out, just sit with this. So the first one: what feels expansive for me right now? 2, what am I craving more of? 3, what version of me am I becoming? 4, if nothing could go wrong, what would I choose? And 5, what desire keeps tapping me on the shoulder? You see, when you ask an expansive question, your mind gets quiet and your truth rises to the surface. You're going to start shifting from forcing answers to receiving answers. The key here is to not be overthinking it. Literally calm your nervous system, ask the question, and just journal out or just sit with whatever is coming up. Don't try and figure it out, just listen. And then step 3, and this is a lot of times the step that most women just don't follow through on, or they don't even get to the step. It will be, okay, I'm going to get quiet, I'm going to do the journaling, and then that's that. I'm going to wait to receive. But here's the truth. You need to embody it. It's literally like you've got to try on that desire and feel what's true. Because what happens a lot of times, because of our conditioning through either society, family, friends, we might have certain beliefs, and then we think those are our desires, but they're not actually our true desires. So if you think about embodying that desire that's coming on, think about it like almost like an outfit, like a jacket, like put on the desire, and just get quiet and imagine yourself 5 years from now with that desire. Where are you? What are you doing? What have you achieved? And most importantly, how do you feel? Do you get to a place in 5 years' time, 10 years' time, 15 years' time, 3 months' time, 2 weeks' time, whatever it is, where you feel like, oh my gosh, this is my heart's desire and it has come true and I am in blissful awe? Or do you put it on and you look ahead in time and you feel, this jacket's a little bit uncomfortable. Maybe it's a little bit scratchy. Maybe it feels heavy. Like, oh my gosh, I went after this dream and I got this dream, and now my life isn't really that much better. Or it's not really, I don't feel like this is my heart's desire. Now, this sounds like something super simple, and maybe it almost sounds stupid because it's so simple, but this is such a powerful exercise. Instead of you taking time and working towards a desire, taking aligned action towards a desire and trying to manifest something that might not actually be your heart's desire, that will end up leaving you in a place of feeling like you've just been so busy, but you still have this emptiness, like you haven't achieved and you have to do so much more. And it might even leave you in a place of, well, I'm not good enough because why is this desire? It's but now I'm feeling all these different things and I'm not happy. So I really want to encourage you, embody that desire, even if just in your imagination for a moment, just step into it and see if it truly is in alignment. And that's how you can really focus on clarity, because it becomes embodied instead of you just trying to figure it out in your head. And just like that beach at sunrise, everything around you just starts changing as the light's just increasing. And clarity evolves as you evolve. You're allowed to change your mind. You're allowed to refine your desires. You're allowed to upgrade them. And you're allowed to outgrow them. So if you're following something that you truly believe is your heart's desire, know that as you changing, as you becoming the embodied version of your future self, as you are becoming more aligned to your authentic self, then those desires are going to evolve as well. And you're allowed to change your mind. You're allowed to be on one path and then feel yourself being drawn to another path. And that is part of the path. It's not a straight line, because sometimes you have to go in a direction to find the next direction, to find the next step. Your desires literally are a conversation between your soul and your future self. And a great way to really tap into your authentic self is to take the manifesting archetype quiz, because when you know what your archetype is, it is so much easier for you to understand what motivates you, what blocks you, and what clarifies you, how you like to naturally manifest, how you like to naturally step into your own desires. And it's going to give you so much clarity into how you connect with clarity. So if you want to take the quiz, it's vanessajaden.com/quiz. I'll leave the link in the show notes as well. Yeah, so as a quick recap, when you want to get crystal clear on your desires, you're going to take 3 simple steps. Number 1, regulate. Number 2, ask better questions. And number 3, embody it. Remember to try it on and feel what it feels like. If you've enjoyed this episode and you feel like, okay, you're getting a little bit excited because you can feel something within your heart has shifted and your desires want to come through, then I would love to hear from you. Just hop onto any one of my socials at Vanessa Jaden Manifest and just come and either send me a DM or comment on one of my posts. I would love to hear from you. And until next week, remember to embody, believe, and manifest.